Hello students, in our last class we learned about two types of animal tissues. One was epithelial tissue, which was the protective or the covering tissues of the animal body, and the second was muscular tissue, which was responsible for movement of the body. Today we are going to discuss about connective tissues and nervous tissues. So let's start with connective tissues. Connective tissues, as the name suggests, these are those tissues which will connect all the parts of the body in a living organisms. Okay, so their cells are loosely packed and the space between cells is filled with a jelly-like matrix. This is common feature of all the connective tissues, that the cells are loosely packed and the intercellular space is filled with matrix. There are different types of connective tissues which we will learn in detail in this lesson. So all the connective tissues which we will learn today are the areolar tissues, the adipose tissues, the bones, the cartilage, the blood, and the difference between ligament and tendon. So let's learn about the first type of connective tissue, which is blood. We all know that blood is a fluid connective tissue. The fluid or the matrix of the blood is called plasma, and in this plasma there are different cells which float. The cells are called RBC or the red blood cell, WBC full form the white blood cell, and the platelets. These will be suspended in the fluid matrix called plasma. The plasma will have various proteins, salts, and hormones in it. As the blood flows in any organism's body, this will transport the gases dissolved in it like carbon dioxide and oxygen, the digested food, and these hormones and waste material to the different organs of the body. The next type of connective tissue is areolar tissues. These are the most widely distributed of all the connective tissues, and they have important functions like they help in the universal packing of the organs and acts as a protection around the organs, and it helps in holding the organs in their proper positions. Where are they found? They are found between the skin and muscles, around the blood vessels, nerves, and the bone marrow. So wherever they are present, they fill the space inside the organs and support the internal organs and also help in the repair of tissues. The last kind of connective tissues we will learn are the adipose tissues. Adipose tissues are filled with flat globules and they are found below the skin and between the internal organs. Okay, so this you have to remember. The cells are found below the skin between internal organs, and the cells of this tissue are filled with flat tubules. Therefore, the storage of fat acts as a insulation for the organism to protect against extreme cold environmental conditions. So here is a table which will give you a detailed view of all the types of connective tissues. How are their matrix? Okay, their matrix are made up of protein or calcium. Is it hard or soft? Is it fibrous? Is it filled with fat globules? All these details will be here, and apart from it, the function of each type of connective tissue is also given. Please note it down in your journals. Now let's learn about the last type of connective tissue, which is the nervous tissue. We all know that nervous tissues are helping the organisms to pass message from one part of the body to another part of the body, and also the nervous tissues are responsible if we have to respond to any external stimuli. They are found in brain, spinal cord and nerves, and they consist of the cells called nerve cells or neurons. Now let's see the detailed structure of a nerve cell. As you can see in the diagram, the nerve cell has a cell body which is having a nucleus and a cytoplasm. Also you can see some hair-like structures coming out of the cell body. These hair-like structures are called dendrite. After the cell body, you can see a long tail-like structure. This is called axon. Also, you can see the axon is surrounded by a protective covering which is called the myelin sheath. In between two neurons, there will be nerve fibers present, and wherever these two neurons meet, the junction is called a synapse. We will learn the function of neuron in detail in the chapter Life Processes. For better clarity, please watch the video again and do the assigned task given in the classroom.